Hey, it's been a minute, I'm back. In fact, it's been a year. It's been a year since I've created content on this channel and to talk about my skin, skincare, Accutane, how everything has been. This past year has been really wild. So I'm gonna talk about it whilst I do an evening skincare routine, take everything off. It feels really good to be back creating content on this channel. This channel has hit 10,000 subscribers and it's really exciting to, I didn't want to abandon this channel just because of what happened to me over the past year. I've been living my life and dealing with some shit, but I'm happy to be back. So hi, I'm Casey. I am a long-term acne sufferer. I've had skin problems for a very long time. My skin has looked like this. I used Accutane May or June last year, 2023. I came off Accutane November 2023. So it's been a year since I have been off Accutane. So I'm gonna talk a lot about Accutane. I'm also just gonna talk about a lot of my life and life changes and actually update you guys. I am using the Elemis Pro Collagen Naked Cleansing Balm. As you can see, she is very well loved. Some really nice, affordable versions of this, but I really like the Elemis one. And I went for this one because it is the fragrance-free version that they have. So that's what I'm gonna do to break down my makeup this evening, because today I've had a full face on. So let's take all of that off. I love a thorough skincare routine and I like it as a little pamper. Life in general over the past year has been a massive change. Last time I was creating content, I was in my house in London that I had with my ex-partner. I was working in marketing. So many things that are not the same now, like so much has changed. So yeah, that relationship ended and it did not end in a nice, amicable way that I thought my ex-partner would have been able to do, but no. Quite nasty, quite messy, and that's a shame, but I know I deserve better and I know I will definitely find better. I guess it's a bit wild because the moment my skin got clear was the moment my life turned to shit. Like, there's no easier way of saying that. Like, my skin finally cleared from the Accutane that I'd been taking and then my life turned upside down. Like, I was being dumped, I moved out of my house, I had a really stressful job and a difficult manager, and then I got let go from my job and all this stuff in between, which I think will be other videos or just another time. Yeah, it's a bit wild that my skin got significantly better and then my life got significantly worse. So I'm just gonna hold this warm flannel over my eye to just slowly break down that mascara. But if you are familiar or aren't familiar with my content, or if you've forgotten about me, this is how my skin was looking before I went on Accutane. It wasn't necessarily at its worst, but I just had consistent acne that just wouldn't go away. And you know, I'm in my late 20s now and I just found that no matter what I did, whether it was holistically with my diet and exercise and less dairy, this, that and the other, it just wasn't clearing my skin. And clearing my skin in the long run, nothing was clearing it and keeping it clear. So that is when I decided to go on Accutane. I went on Accutane with Treat Direct, so my treatment was completely free of charge and it was very easy to get appointments, and I'm really lucky to have had that opportunity, and that opportunity came through creating content. So if you are wanting to create content, I would definitely recommend create the content, not to get free stuff or whatever, but because you never know how it could benefit you in the future. And even just from a growth perspective of confidence and self-esteem, having this channel has helped me massively. It's also helped me connect with people that have also suffered with their skin for a long time, and it's impacted their confidence, and it's such a powerful thing to be able to connect with people that are from all different ages and backgrounds and experiences. It's a magical thing, and that's why I love creating content, and that's why I refuse to give up on this channel no matter what actually happens in my life. So whilst I am saying my skin got better and my life got shit, it's because I went through a big breakup. You know, me and my ex were together for a decade. I moved out of the house that we just bought a year before the breakup. So it was just a really horrible time, and I don't think everyone around me understood that. So I wasn't really prepared to also lose friends that I thought would be able to support me through a very difficult time. But hey ho, I have amazing true friends in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. So let's not dwell on the past. Let me talk about my skin, because that was miraculous. What Accutane did for me is insanely powerful, because I have not had any of these kind of breakouts since being on Accutane. Accutane has worked for me. It's been a year, and I can honestly say I get the odd spot here and there, which I'll show my skin. Let me get this makeup off. I really love the LMS cleansing balm because it is gentle on the skin. It also emulsifies, so if you want to just rinse it off with water, you won't get an oil clingy, you know, film all over your face. It really washes off nicely, so I love that one. I am kind of tempted to get the one that smells of rose, because it smells so good. When I was gonna get it in the store, and I was like, no, I should probably get fragrance free, it's a little bit better for my skin. So you may see this mark here. I had a spot whilst I was away in Japan. I'll put a picture of what that spot looked like. I've got a little one down here, but the marks and everything have pretty much faded over time. I even have some indentation, like scarring, but honestly, time heals everything. I know I look like I'm crying, it's just the eye drops. I have been using my tretinoin, but not religiously, like not consistent enough actually. However, I know that just in the bits that I've been using it has been effective. I've been doing shorts on like my morning routine or just general routines, and I'll continue to upload those kind of videos because it just shows you what products I'm using, what products I'm enjoying, and they're really quick and easy for me to create. So it's a nice, easy way of just getting information and videos to you. For double cleansing, I'm going to use this one, which is from TK Maxx. It's a collagen cleansing foam, and I really like this. This is definitely fragrance, but it's really nice to just remove all the build-up from the day. So naturally, after Accutane, I was really apprehensive that my acne was going to come back. It's not a guarantee that it's going to work for everyone. You might have a relapse, which is your acne coming back, and I was so nervous about it. But honestly, I've not had the acne. I've not had breakouts like that. I've honestly just been having odd spots every now and then. Like nothing unbearable, nothing that has made me concerned that my skin is going to go back to how it was. Once you're on Accutane and you've done your treatment, your skin now acts differently. Like my skin is not the same. My skin is different. It doesn't get as oily as it did before. Before I was using Accutane, I was oily skinned and acne prone. Now it's on the drier side, but even then it's not overly dry. Like if anything, it's a bit more dry because I'm using tretinoin, but it's what you would consider as the normal skin type. It's amazing. My makeup lasts a lot longer, and I know this can sound biased because I've done the treatment now, but I was someone that was very, very cautious about being on Accutane for many reasons. It's a quite serious drug. You don't just hop on it. I had tried everything else. It was a last resort for me, but I can sit here as someone that has been an acne sufferer for a very long time and say that it was definitely worth it. And I'm really glad I went through it, because this also was not a nice experience. My lips were so dry, my skin was so dry. I was still having my acne flare-ups whilst on Accutane. It's not like when you're on the treatment, your acne just stops all of a sudden. It takes months. I was on Accutane for 6 months. So now my skin is damp. I think I'm actually gonna do my tretinoin tonight. So I'm gonna moisturize a bit first, then do my tretinoin, and then moisturize, like a moisturized sandwich. Accutane has been effective. A year later, I don't have those kind of breakouts. Because of that, I don't have constant scarring and PIE from where my previous inflammation, acne marks were. And it's so nice to just not have that burden anymore of like constant acne and constantly thinking about my skin. My makeup lasts longer. It's easier to apply. I don't have to worry about what I look like when I'm not wearing makeup. I have much better self-confidence because of that, because I don't have to think about how my skin is going to look or how I'll be perceived because of my skin. I don't get unsolicited advice about my skin or what I should do or what diet I should be following in order to have better skin. I don't know. There's still always a risk of acne coming back, or at a later stage or years down the line. So it's not that I'm necessarily in the clear forever, but I can definitely say this year not having to worry about acne eruptions on my face has been a blessing, because to be honest, I've had much bigger fish to fry this year. So I'm gonna go on to moisturize my face. I'm using this spray, Curel. I picked this up in Japan. I would do a short on my faves that I picked up from Japan, like skincare in Japan. Oops. Of course, is Elite. I also picked up this stem cell lotion. You can get a lot of this online, to be honest, but whilst I was in Japan, I filled up my suitcase. I don't know much about stem cells or how reliable they are and such, but I thought I'd try it out. I don't really know if it's doing much for my skin as of yet, but I just kind of see it as an extra moisturising step, to be honest, hopefully with some good ingredients that are doing something for my skin. But let me know if you know anything about stem cells in skincare and if they actually are helpful. Sorry if this video is a bit all over the place, but I have so much to say at the same time because Accutane has been one thing and my skin and my acne has changed. And then skincare in general, I think because of my skin kind of behaving better, I've been less obsessed with skincare. I've been a bit more lazy with my skincare. I still obviously have a skincare routine like you're seeing here. I'm going in with some hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. I still have a routine. I still want to maintain my skin. I still wear my SPF. And acne has taught me a lot. Like, I wear my SPF religiously because that's what I had to do when I had acne to, you know, make sure that those marks left behind by spots weren't going to stay too long, to make sure that my skin was protected, because I'm using tretinoin, benzoyl peroxide. Any acne treatment pretty much requires you to protect your skin from the sun because it will make it more sensitive. I'm also going to go in with this moisturizer, again Curel. I picked it up from Japan. It's available here, but it was cheaper in Japan versus getting it from Boots here. It was half the price in Japan, so we pick this up. I like to moisturize before I apply my tretinoin to just soften the blow, because tretinoin is a strong active ingredient, as you already know. Like, I don't need to teach you anything here, you know about your skincare. Let's not neglect the neck, actually, that's a bad habit. So whilst I say this year has been very difficult with my life changes and losses that I've been dealing with, at the same time it's been amazing. Like, going to Japan was one of the big trips I've always wanted to do. It's on the bucket list of like, I want to go to Japan. I was there for 3 weeks. It was honestly magical. Climbed Mount Fuji, saw some snow monkeys, trying authentic matcha, like so many things that I loved about Japan that I just have wanting to do. And this year I've done the most traveling really in a year, in the space of a year. I went to Egypt with my really good friend at the beginning of the year. I went to Amsterdam with my mum around Easter time. I went to Greece for my birthday, then Japan in the summer. And it's just like constant trips that have just been so like full of love, good vibes, and a break that is needed. And I might try and squeeze one in before the end of the year. I think that would be really nice. Whilst I just let those hydrating products sink into the skin, I'm going to use the Laneige lip mask in Mixed Berries, I think it is, Berry Fruits it's called, just to hydrate my lips. As you may know, when you're on Accutane, your lips, oh, my lips were crusty as hell, like, and they crack at the corners and they bleed. And my go-to was Aquaphor, but Laneige lip mask is also very good, very nice to moisturize, but Aquaphor is probably better value for money. So yeah, your lips do go back to normal once you come off Accutane, and your skin does get less dry once you come off Accutane as well. So it's not that those symptoms last forever, but just be prepared to go through that when you are on the treatment, because it is really annoying and it is painful. My lips were bleeding and cracking, it's not fun, but even then I'd say it was worth the pain to have the result that I now have, because I went on Accutane and did the suffering. Feel free to pop any questions you have about Accutane or how it's been post-Accutane treatment in my comment section. I'm going to go in with my tretinoin, which is from Abaji. It is the 1%. Honestly, it's actually like technically out of date, but you can see this has been a year. It's not been a year's of use, because otherwise it'd be empty. I also do have the Dermatica one. I've not created content in a while, so I think I still have a Dermatica code. I will put it in my description if I do, and that should save you money, hopefully. If not, sorry. But I've got the adapalene at 0.1% and niacinamide at 4%. So I've still been getting these, and I probably use this like once or twice a week, but the tretinoin, I'm slowly amping it up again because I realise I've not really been doing much for my skin. I've been a bit lazy. Like, when I say I'm back, I'm back. Like, I'm here to create the content. I'm here to do my skincare again. I'm here to get invested in the things that I loved before, because life is kind of settling again. So I'm going to go in with my tretinoin on top of the moisturized skin. That's the amount I'm going to use. I'm going to use the viewfinder, so just to pop it on the skin in these areas. I know it sounds a bit cliche to say that yes, my skin changed and I changed as a person. I've been through a lot of changes over this past year, and I wouldn't change any of it because I'm quite content where I am now, and I know that where I'm going is a really good space. So I am happy. I'm gonna keep creating my content. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and good things will continue to come to me. I just like to pat that in as well to get it into the skin a bit. Now I'm gonna go in with the rose hip oil. I love this, it's organic rose hip oil. It's just a nice way to moisturize the skin. I only need about 2 drops. I won't forget my neck. Just like to pat it into the skin. That is my very simple evening routine. If I'm using my tretinoin, that's how I like to put it on. She's back. She's back and she's badder than ever. Let's go. Not bad, not bad.